Hello, welcome to the back nine of round 3 of 4 at Maple Hill. It's the MVP Open. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We are your two hot geese.
Yeah,
It's a back nine.
It's a back nine. It's pretty windy. Seeing some scores right around even par. I think Valerie Mandujano is the only one in the top 10 under par right now. Most of our lead card ladies hanging on. Paige Pierce tied with Missy Gannon from Chase Card right now. Kristin Tattar dropping back, tied with Ella Hansen. Macie Velediaz dropping to a tie for 10th, but we're definitely going to see a few more birdies on the back.
Yeah, I think it caters a little bit more to distance, so we'll see these players shine.
Hole 10 is an uphill par 3. Great example of where distance really helps you. It says 266, but plays over 300. You're throwing from the trees through, with it's kind of like a low floor.
Yeah, they definitely dig into the side of the hill.
Yeah, like you need to give it enough height without losing any power. And a lot of people end up throwing too straight into the trees on the right. You see a lot of people land in circle 2, but these ladies have the power to get all the way to circle 1 for a putt.
Paige accidentally throwing over all the trees. She's going to have a really obstructed look.
She's
maybe
kind of pin high, though.
Yeah, maybe she can see it.
It was great distance.
This putt is the 6th most difficult hole.
Well, there's only about 10 women that can, really get up there for a putt.
That's true. Lack of birdies.
Ooh, Ella, early right. That's hitting one of those 2 trees is such a bad feeling. Macie, a little early, but there's some workable shots over there. See if Kristin can get a putt. She's throwing her grace.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Is that exactly where she landed yesterday?
Yes.
Within a foot?
Yes.
All right. Someone with too much time on their hands, put them side by side. I want to know.
Ella has enough distance to get there, but she pulls it a little bit right. She'll be in the trees, sadly, for her long look for par.
Ooh, not the best gap in the world.
Yeah, she was a little bit more left than I thought. But
She's out all right.
Yeah, she's outside the circle.
Yeah, it's super uphill putt, too. I swear Kristin is landing where she is and intentionally not landing closer because then the putt gets really weird and steep with the castle.
Oh.
Wow. What a putt from Paige. 1 more inch. Ella, not a lot to work with here. Throwing 3. Oh, wow.
Such a good bid.
All right, Macie trying to save par. No.
My goodness. All over the basket.
Come on. And Kristin for birdie. She's actually even a little closer, I think, than yesterday.
So awkward. Oh,
Dang.
just a wee bit short. It's a little bit more of a wind up on this green.
You know what's weird? Ooh, good comeback putt.
Such a
for
death
Ella.
putt.
See how the flags aren't moving?
Yeah.
And then on the other side of the hill, on the next tee pad,
They're ripping.
it's ripping. How are these flags not moving?
I don't know, because look at Macie's hair's blowing.
Yeah, I know.
The wind is definitely blowing up here. Natalie Ryan getting the only birdie of the day on this one. But 12% of the field landing in circle 1.
Nice.
The putting is just weird here.
Mm-hmm.
Hole 11. The Christmas tree hole. They let a lot of these trees get really big this year, so it is more difficult than ever to get over the top of these. The carries about 350 downhill, but it plays farther than that because we had a headwind, kind of swirly left to right, sometimes right to left, sometimes straight head. Just depended on who was on the tee pad. Your second shot, ideally, if you're in that short grass, you just rip one up to the green and then you have an easy birdie. Most people, though, are going to have to deal with some sort of tree in their backswing or right in the way. So it's kind of scrambly after you throw your tee shot here. All these ladies have big distance, though, so it's a huge advantage on this hole.
I would say if you could pick one hole where distance makes the biggest difference, it might be this one.
Yeah. Even bigger than hole 1.
Yeah, because the second shot becomes a pretty stock hyzer if you're in the short grass.
Yep.
Paige getting just barely to the short grass. Right side's fine. She'll have a chance to birdie for sure.
This played as the second most difficult hole yesterday, and today it is the 5th, so it's always up there in the top 5.
Kristin with a Rive. It's a little high. It has a little more turn than it did yesterday. Look at how long this is in the air. She's going to be in a similar spot to yesterday. I was over there, and last year the trees were taller there and better on the right, and now it's the opposite.
Yep.
I learned there are more short trees on the left.
Yes.
So it's actually not bad to land over there.
No, it's not great, but it's better than the right. We'll say that. There's a path over there too you can get lucky on if you find that there's no trees on it.
Yeah, we'll see what Ella has to work with as well. She's kind of on that left side.
It's weird because this wind, even though it was pretty stiff head or like crossing, no one could get their disc to turn.
I know.
It
Yeah,
was
I'm glad you said that because
like Ella, Kristin, and Macie all having the exact same issue that I saw on my card 100 times.
Yeah, Paige able to do it, but
it's just weird because
I saw more of the highs are out early.
Yeah, you expect your disc to turn way more, and then it just doesn't.
Also,
like,
though,
what?
once you're down here, you don't feel the wind.
No,
which is wild.
Yeah.
Macie throwing a huge forehand, but she's going to be kind of at like a right angle over there to the pin, and there's a lot of big trees over there.
Yeah, it can be tough. And then also throwing anything that crashes into the green on hyzer, you can get a roll away. Kristin
That's an amazing out from where she was.
Yeah, she didn't have much to work with, but she's going to have an easy par.
Yeah, all the way under a pine tree.
Ella, eyes to the sky, looking at an overhand, tomahawking, just trying to get out to the clear. Wow, she's so far down there. Though.
She's in the short trees at least. Shortish. And then Paige way on this right side, almost to the tee pad of the next hole. Hopefully this is an easy up and down. She's got to be less than 300, maybe more like 250 feet away. Beautiful.
I looked inside the circle. Kristin's third shot, pretty straightforward hyzer. It does drop off behind the basket as well, so you want to come in soft and early.
Straightforward, but not easy.
Yes.
Solid shot. She's definitely in the circle. Might be a tough putt. Ella just throwing a P2. Huge hyzer. And that side can be tough. If Ella's in the tree line, she might not have a putt. Hopefully she's... Nope, she's in there.
Is that Macie in there?
Oh,
actually?
yeah.
I think
you're right.
Macie went further in than you want. She's just having to... Wow, that was a really great shot. If it checked up, she could be inside the circle.
Yeah, that was a really tough angle. Ella with a window at least.
It's a hyzer putt. There is one sticky bush that she's having to go around.
Yeah, it's too awkward.
Oh, and this green, I've seen so many rollaways this weekend.
Yeah, I think most of them are like if you blow by it, they tend to keep rolling. Macie giving it a run, but that's going to be a bogey.
Kristin for par.
Beautiful putt. Great scramble.
Yeah, really nice save.
Great sweater.
Ella for her bogey.
Yeah.
And Paige for a pretty straightforward birdie.
Yeah, you want to call it a tap-in, but it's a little awkward.
She was one of only 4 on the day.
Just showing you what you can do if you can get to the short grass. Makes it a lot easier. It's a great birdie.
Rebecca Cox, Natalie Ryan, and Holland Hanley also getting them.
Hole 12, it's a par 4, 525 feet, a little bit more of a tailwind coming this way. You see, I would say the majority of people throwing over this little grouping of Christmas trees on the right. These ladies have the power to reach all the way to the main gap. I would say the worst mistake is to be early left. It is gnarly over there. Second shot's kind of weird. If you don't land far enough, you're throwing uphill then back down. Sets up really well for a sidearm. You also see a lot of slower speed, either understable mid-ranges or maybe a straight putter try to float all the way down there. You want to control your speed on the way in. We've seen people skip 60 feet past it.
Jennifer Allen was easily 100 feet past today.
She would.
Yeah.
That's a
Paige.
huge shot from Paige and a favorable little roll.
Yeah, getting all the way into the gap, and she'll have like a pretty nice little standstill shot down to the green.
Yeah, most of the upshots for the field are blind, so to be able to see the pin on your upshot is fantastic.
Kristin getting a big old wind bounce at the end. She checks up a little earlier, but it's still fine.
I mean, it's still great
Center
even.
cut, yeah.
Hello with a cloud breaker.
Turns it over a lot, but
it's fine.
Yeah.
I was worried it might get caught up in those trees, but
anything to the right is A-okay.
Yeah. She'll probably work a sidearm, I assume. Macie also kind of skimming the trees, gets over just fine. I know, a little nervy. She threw a raider there. Kristin up first.
Not quite getting the turn she wants, but it'll get down there.
Yeah, I believe that's a felon. So going a little aggressive on the sidearm, which is kind of what you have to do, I think. Usually you see a lot of fairways on the sidearm, but slower speed discs on the backhand.
Macie coming in a little high and catching a tree, but it checks up okay right in the middle.
Macie also throwing a felon there. Should be easy pars, at least.
Ella with the sidearm play as well. Room to work, and she is using the room.
Close to being perfect. That was a PD, which I think is a little less stable than what Kristin and Macie threw.
Paige stepping out for a patent pending.
Oh, yeah.
Weird choice, but it works.
Looks like a great choice to me.
Yeah, it worked great.
Getting 2 birdies in a row out here is like so good too.
Not common.
Yeah. Ella's third.
Yeah, only 10 times with 8 different people did people get 2 birdies in a row.
Wow.
And only 2 people got turkeys today.
That is a crazy stat.
Yep.
Nice quick math.
Thank you.
Nice quick birdie from Paige. Everyone else looking like some nice pars.
Holland Hanley and Evelina Salonen, the only people to get turkeys.
Oh, wow.
Day. That's real good.
That's so good. Let's check in.
Ooh, a few more people under par.
Oh, wow. Look at Natalie Ryan shooting up now. -3 through 15. Paige holding strong at first. 1 under through 12. Valerie Mandojano still under par. 2 down through 15. Everyone else, couple over.
Kind of what you'd expect in the top 10, but nice to see a bunch of people under par figuring this place out. Hole 13 is a big downhill par 3. It says 472, but it definitely plays shorter than that. You don't really have to throw anything too hard. I think it's smarter to let the disc do the work and let the hill do the rest. The right side, or I like aiming at this big tree on the left side and letting it turn gently into the gap and then fade out as you get close to the green. But there's a lot of guardian trees over there, so it's a little poke and hopey as you get down here, but you can see some pure straight lines as well. Erring to the left, I think, is a little bit better. There's a lot of gaps to get to the green from over there. Erring right can be a little bit jailed up and really tough to get down to the green.
Paige, I think a buzz overturned. You definitely got to get a little lucky to get through that. And if you do, it's really not too hard to get your par.
No.
Paige does get caught up, but I think past the initial wall. We saw, I want to say, Evelina get caught up in that wall yesterday, and it can leave you with absolutely nothing. Kristin lasered this with a claymore yesterday, went long of the pin. This is a little bit lower and checks up a little earlier. Great shot.
Was that a claymore too? Because
Yeah.
that thing looked overstable.
It's a super straight
Yeah.
mid. It was a tailwind too, remember,
true,
and like
true,
a
true,
right
true.
to left, kind of pushing it left.
Yeah, pretty hefty wind. Wow.
It's a link Just needs to get through.
Oh, I thought that would miss the corner, but
I mean, she's through most of it.
Great.
Yeah.
I wanted to see where that would finish in the air.
Yeah.
It was
Crazy
looking
that Ella's
nice.
throwing putter here.
Yes, that was crazy.
I wonder if anyone else is.
And throwing it hard.
Mm-hmm.
Macie just demolishing the gap, dead center.
This is a fuse. Another
Wow.
really straight mid-range. So pretty. Just catching one last tree.
Man, that was a great shot.
Yeah, that was on line the whole way.
Paige definitely not having much to work with, opting for a roller, I think.
Yeah.
A little sketchy because it goes downhill. But there's a little gully right before the basket that can stop you.
That kind of filters them in.
Yep.
The crowd liked it. I don't know where it went, but Kristin chipping up with the old harp. Perfect.
Tree backboard.
Yeah, it's so hard to control your ground play on this green.
Ella with just a simple little jump putt.
Yeah, there was
Dang,
one
that's a
gap
more
she had to hit.
Yeah, that was a more narrow gap than I thought.
Macie giving it a run.
Yeah.
Hopefully staying close.
She wanted that birdie. There were only 3 on the day. Valerie Mandujano, Katrina Allen, and Evelina Salonen. Nice bid for par from Ella. Hopefully she didn't filter too far down.
Yeah, there's definitely a chance. Oh, I was going to say
dang.
her and Macie could be far away. That's why it's tough to run these. Coming back's a little less treacherous. Good effort.
The birdogey.
Yeah. Hate to see it. Ella gonna be a double.
Paige for par.
Mm-hmm. Right on line, just low. Dang. That hole got our lead card. Kristin, our only par here.
Look how much wind is
I
on
know,
that
I was going to say, did you see how
green?
hard Kristin just putted that to make
Yeah.
sure?
Those flags are ripping.
You know the saying, aim small, miss small? Aim as small as possible.
And you'd miss as small as possible.
Yeah.
Jaden, this is you putting without this stuff. All right, same putts, only with a much clearer target.
See?
It does!
It does work, see?
And for being part of our video, we got one just for you, all right?
For real?
For real.
Thank you.
And every time you putt, just think, focus, putt, repeat.
Hole 14, another water carry hole, 292 feet. If you really want to get this thing close, you hang it out over the water and kind of give it an ace run. Try to land in the wood chips. If you get a little scared and throw it a little bit more directly at the pin, most of the time you hyzer out, end up outside the circle with a tough putt. Once again, if you do not land safe, there is a drop zone straight at the water. I'd say it's almost 50 feet away. That looks really good.
Yes.
Just needs to dig now. Inside the circle for Kristin.
This was one of the easiest holes of the day. Second easiest. It's really easy to get your par.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even if you
error.
do this, like, actually, did she drop? Ah, Paige getting lucky. I think she's even closer than Kristin. There's not out of bounds over there, so as long as you're not too deep in the woods, like, it's a pretty easy par. This is the mistake I think you can't make. I don't think it's going to swing back. Come on. She made it. That is crazy.
I can't believe that.
I'm so happy to call that wrong.
I thought that was in the water all
Let's
day.
see, what was that? It was a grace. Wow.
Wow.
I can't believe that swung all the way back. What great trust. What
was-
do I know?
Whoa.
Oh, cool.
Love
That
it.
had to be slower speed
Yes.
the way it flew.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Guess what it was?
A putter.
P2.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez. Ella just like always disking down and doing crazy stuff.
So impressive. And then this death putt to boot. What a great birdie from Ella Hansen.
I mean, this is only her second year on tour, and we're seeing her on lead cards all the time, just like breaking the game.
Yeah, she approaches it so differently from everyone else who's always taken to the sky.
Kristin comes up short on her birdie bid. Here's Paige for hers. Also short now. It needs to sit.
Uh-oh.
Man, you get the good break and then immediately get the bad break and kind of evens out, I guess.
Yeah, I'm glad that advertisement wall stretches as far as it does back because that was a long, brutal roller.
Mm-hmm. Dang it. It's a great bid. Macie for birdie.
There we go.
Woo.
Yes, Macie. Put some green on there.
I'm sorry for not believing. Official apology.
Legal. I took my meter from here, not the water, but I only took one step. I think I was legal.
Just some rules validation. Paige, unfortunately, getting that bogey. Rollaways happen so regularly out here, too. Hole 15, a really nice pure straight gap for backhand or sidearm. You can also kind of rip one over and go to the right just after that slanty tree and crash back into the green through all those. Both of them are very viable options. Sidearms work as well. Main thing is you just don't want to kick backwards into the gully, especially left. There is nothing for you there.
There's probably some cool mushrooms to look at.
There are, and newts.
Yeah. And that is the tree to beat. That one right there. I think the best way to get there, honestly, is to go to the right of it, which feels like a shank. It's tougher to get there on the straight play unless you throw a mid-range super high in the air perfectly forever.
I love this straight shot. It's so good.
It's an MD1. Friggin'
Wow.
perfect.
MD1, 322 feet. Dead straight. Wow.
St. Pro from Kristin. A normal choice of disc. Oh, that's so pretty too. Missed that last tree.
What speed is a St. Pro? Is it a fairway driver?
Oh, it is a fairway driver. I
Okay.
hate when you quiz me on things I should know.
No, I was just wondering if it's in like the 8 or 9 speed range,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly, but I feel like it could easily be faster. Paige catching an early tree and kicking way right, but there's some space over there to work. She can probably rescue a par.
It's an 8-speed.
Macie just chipping up a sidearm.
Yep, nicely done. I'm not like a numbers person. You know, some people have the head for it.
Yep.
I just know what the disc does.
There's also so many discs in the trilogy lineup. Like, how do you even remember all of them?
Yeah, give me an excuse. I love it. Thank you. Paige laying up nicely. Kristin with a good amount of trees to contend with here. Gives it a little bit of an Anheuser. That's perfect.
Ooh, Macie have...
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, she was in a perfect spot behind this tree.
Ooh. Nice.
Such a good little hyzer putt. I mean, that had to have been just a hair away from that tree to get in.
Yeah, she's not looking at that much basket. That's a good camera angle to see that from.
Nice
And
birdie from Ella.
So good.
Wow.
2 in a row.
One of the 8 today.
Paige with a nice little putt dealing with, I think, that same tree. She said that's a hard 10-footer. Hole 16 is a par 3. We're playing across like the traditional and MPO fairway. So you're trying to throw over that rock wall, usually with something that is turning, but that's going to fade back at the end. It's 364, but plays pretty tough even though it's downhill. Really hard to reach. You see most good shots kind of filter into this casual creek area. We've seen a couple of birdies on this hole, but not very many.
We didn't see any yesterday, but we saw, I think, 2 the day before.
Yeah.
No, we saw none yesterday. I mean, none in round 1 and 1 in round 2.
Okay, yeah. Ella throwing an MD1, it looked really clean. It just hit a tree. Hit one of the trees you gotta miss. Sidearm's a cool play on this one. The gap's a little bit bigger, but you gotta have a ton of power.
God, look how far this goes.
Yeah.
Did it catch a tree?
It did. I think she's kind of close to pin high, but left, which can be tricky over there. Kristin really relying on this St. Pro. Misses the tree you gotta beat. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah. The perfect shot is turning a little bit more over that rock wall, but checking up like that on the left side is fine.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we're splitting hairs, you know?
Like, that is absolutely perfect.
That looks great. Just fade.
Oh.
No! Is it perfect, though?
It was.
Is it perfect? It's perfect if she misses that tree. Just a tough hole to park or even find the circle. Ella throwing a forehand to just outside 20 feet. Kristin for a huge birdie. Huge birdie.
Yay, the Kristin fist bump, too.
Bump. It just, she doesn't do it very often, so it feels like more.
Paige for her birdie after the perfect drive.
Yeah. Wow.
Back to backs. Yes.
So cool.
There were 4 birdies on the day.
Yeah, that's half of them. Oh.
Yeah, stand my hands. Yeah.
Ella coming back for par, closer to 25 feet, it looks like.
Holland Hanley getting the other, and I got one. Honk.
Honk.
Never thought I could get this hole in my
That's
life.
awesome. I got to 45 and was like, this is it, and missed it. It's a good one to get. Not,
Yeah,
I
mine
mean,
was about 40 feet too.
Yeah. Very cool.
Oh, hole 17. The pucker gap. About, what, 40 feet off the tee, and it's about 5 feet. Did you lay down today?
No,
Dang
I
it.
thought about it.
We want to know how wide this gap actually is. It's somewhere between 5 and 6 feet. You want to get a backhand ideally past these stumps on the left-hand side is perfect. Sidearm works as well as long as you don't pinch yourself off too far right. Your second shot, almost use around up this hill and then back down to an elevated basket perched on a rock wall that drops off behind. So you want to come in soft on this green, maybe get a little ground play to get yourself a short putt.
Kristin's been doing this grace forehand all week, and it's been working pretty well.
So good.
Just like that. She's a little right side, but far enough up to still be able to attack. I definitely think the backhand plays a little better, but you do have to turn away from this teeny little gap, and that can happen.
Happens to everyone. It's just part of this hole. This plate
It's
is
like
the
an
easiest.
initiation, I feel like.
Yeah, this plate is the easiest hole of the day.
I mean,
That's
it's
surprising.
only 433 feet, and
I
it's
know.
easier than the other 400-foot par 4, so
That's true.
you stop
But
trying to
30
surprise me.
34% of the field got birdies. What?
We're figuring it out.
That's great.
Macie figuring it out. She got to arrive all the way up to the top of the hill. This is looking great from Ella as well. She's right about where Kristin is, maybe just a bit more right.
Yeah, we'll see their angle that they have to work with. Paige forced to throw a standstill. We landed in the exact same spot.
Nice. Right into that.
It is possible to still get a par from here.
With a
Super
backhand, it's
touchy.
hard.
Yeah, I actually like the backhand from this angle a little bit more than the forehand. Ooh, there's an OB line over there. Yeah, Paige avoids it. I think she's in circle 2. Or at least close. Look at this, looking straight at it.
So far.
That's that powerful sidearm on display. That one a little fluffed, just a bit.
Did y'all hear that? She gonna try to make it. Any rousing I do of Macie comes from love. I love this woman so much.
I'm not sure exactly where Kristin ended up. Probably circle 2. That's the most common area.
That's like pretty normal mistake. It's just pushing too far forward. It's hard to get your disc to flex as much as you want from that extreme right angle.
Paige from about 80 feet, it looks like.
Oh,
I think she was just laying up, but that can be a tough comebacker. Super uphill putt.
yeah, it makes the aiming point on the basket very small.
This looks pretty awkward from a knee. No problem.
It's funny. I feel like today our lead card struggles on the holes that everyone else does really well on.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
And then they get all the holes that no one else gets.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Macie and Ella both just having to pitch out.
Yeah. Paige with the longest look for her par. This is chain high right.
A little bit of a death putt comebacker.
Yeah. She got it. Yeah.
Great bogey. Oh, double bogey
Double
save.
bogey.
Yeah, I forgot about the early
The
tree.
early, yep. I think I said par too. I'm sorry, everybody at home.
Macie sneaking one in over the rim for par.
Yep. Ella with an awkward little 10-footer here. Well done for her par. And Kristin with a tap-in par. And hole 18, there's mandatory on the left, OB rock wall on the right. You're going to get as far up here as possible. I played with Ella round 1. She got all the way up to this little pine tree up here, which is so far. A lot of people laying up on the second shot to this corner, and then you need to land on this island green. If you cross onto the green and don't land safe, you have to go through a super sketchy drop zone in between this like kind of V tree, or maybe it's just 2 trees that makes a V. So really important to land safe on the island.
Kristin riding that right side. Ooh, and staying safe.
Yeah, definitely pushing it on that right side.
So for most FPO players, this tee pad's just a little bit too far back to go for it.
Yeah, you have to have a really good shot to feel comfortable, and the wind has to be down. I think we'd see more people go for it if the wind was down.
And for whatever reason on hole 18 today, as soon as you got onto your second shot, especially, or maybe just your layup, as it's just ripping when there's a tunnel.
You don't feel it down here.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you get up, you don't even quite feel it here. It's just
Yeah.
right when you get to where your layup lands or where the drop zone is.
But it's just like where Ella landed. It's so dangerous to go for it. That drop zone's very punishing.
There's a Mando on the left side, but to force you to go down that fairway, but I don't know if we mentioned that.
Yeah, I think I did. Great distance from Paige. She's a little left side, but Macie up first. That's a high-speed disc. She's going for it. Oh, God, I hope no. I think someone got hit. They're laughing about it. It's fine.
I threw it pretty hard.
You have to laugh to keep from crying.
Pretty hard. Yeah, that was a rive. Full send. Paige going fierce, going for it. Oh, no way.
It just rode the wall.
It bounced on the wall onto more of the wall. Like, what are the chances?
Just Tony hawked that wall.
Oh my God, stop. No. I'm so upset. I love that they're all going
Me
for it,
too.
though. Do it, Kristin, for everyone. For everyone. Ah, dang it.
My God, and every shot was so close.
I know, inches. A combined 6 inches.
God.
All right, so Ella not going from the drop zone because she didn't cross. everyone kind of discussing where they're going from.
Oh, I guess you don't have to take it from the...
Oh, and only if you cross inbounds first.
Oh, okay.
Do you take it from the drop zone. So it's kind of weird.
So yeah, none of them crossed.
Right.
Got it.
Which is good. The drop zone's a little bit, less open. Great run from Paige trying to save that par.
Oh, Macie assuming that she crossed the corner.
Oh, great putt through the V. I mean, as long as they all agree, you know, she's not breaking any rules or anything.
Nope. You can take it from the drop zone if you want at any point.
Dang, bunch of bogeys to finish.
Love to see everyone going for it, though. Yes.
And this can be a very dramatic finish tomorrow. Potentially, scores are still pretty tight at the top.
Yeah, we could honestly see even like a chase card victory.
Yeah, it's definitely tight.
Back nine still a lot of blemishes.
Not for Kristin.
Yeah,
even, dang.
Yeah, a little more green though. But this is just pretty Maple Hill. This is a Maple Hill looking scorecard.
Yeah. Paige staying in a tie for 4th. Ella moving down to 9th. Macie moving all the way back to 17th.
And let's see what everyone else is doing. Oh yeah, we got a couple people new on the lead card tomorrow. Natalie Ryan, 3 down, hot round at the weekend. Missy Gannon also sneaking up into a tie for 2nd with Kristin, just 1 over par. Valerie Mendojano is going to finish out our lead card, and the only other player under par.